Hi folks, Becky with TravelScoot here. Today we are going to be showing you how to remove and to replace the bushing on this TravelScoot Deluxe. Now on the Deluxe, there are two different sizes of bushings. The right side has a bit of a shelf inside. The left is straight all the way down on the inside. On the Escape, they are the same size. That's how your yoke can switch back and forth. On the Deluxe, your right side has the tapered portion of the yoke. That's what we're showing you today. You're gonna need a couple of things. This is a 2-part epoxy that we use. This is the brand we prefer, but any 2-part epoxy will do. You're gonna need a tool to be able to mix up the epoxy, and of course, a towel to be able to wipe off as you go. When you remove the bushings, it's easiest to leave the clamp on it. On the inside of this, you're gonna notice that there's rings. Sometimes if you get all of this out at once, it's gonna look like a slinky, and that's due to the rings along the bushing. That makes it so that when you are taking this and removing it, you can twist it out, if you're lucky. If you can twist it out, that is the best way. Sometimes you'll notice this gets loose. This is how you're gonna epoxy it back in. You don't want to have to deal with if it's broken, but same principle applies. If you can twist it out, that'll be the best way. This epoxy, old epoxy that's already in here, once you get your bushing out, leave this in here. This is gonna provide additional texture and additional gripping for when you get the bushing put back in. Don't remove the inner epoxy once you take the old one out. We're gonna demonstrate the best way that this comes out, and that is just by twisting. Obviously this one's been loosened when you're originally doing this and taking it out. If it is a broken bushing where along the top the clamp's off, try and get something that you can really grip around the top here, and then it's gonna take quite a bit of force usually to break that epoxy that's already there, but once you have it going, much easier to be able to twist it all the way out. And you'll see, again, on the inside, that old epoxy there. Of course, follow the directions that are on the back of your epoxy. If the brand that you buy says something a little bit different, go by your directions on your epoxy. Once we have this mixed up and the bushing put in, we're gonna be waiting for about half an hour for that to set. Now you don't need too much. That is it. Pull your plunger back just slightly to get it to stop going. Not too much though, you don't want a lot of air down in the bottom of that. Okay, and you're gonna mix. Time to mix. You'll notice it's gonna get slightly opaque. Mix it really well. The instructions on this say about 20 seconds or until it's uniform. Any leftover of this, you're just gonna discard. It's just gonna solidify anyway. That's why we use a piece of cardboard. Okay, that's about right. Once again, you can see on the inside of this bushing for the Deluxe, there is a lip inside of it. Lip inside of it, that's gonna be for the right. This one, smooth all the way down. This is the left. This is for the Deluxe. Both of these will be the smooth for the Escape. Okay. Bob it up here. You're spreading it on the lower portion of this because as you insert it, it's gonna spread going up. And you can even kind of roll it around on here and get these last little bits. Actually gauge this just about perfectly to not have any to waste, which is nice. You're gonna keep this closed for now, but we are gonna open that back up. Want it to have a good fit. Now we're twisting it back in and see how it's gathering along the rim. You want to watch for any drips. You don't want it sticking. Okay, reached the limits of my hand strength. So now we're going to go ahead and use the wrench. You want to use something to protect along here so that you're not damaging your clamp, and you also want to make sure that you're not getting epoxy all over this towel here. If you can have a wrench that doesn't let go anytime you let go, that's the best.
Stop it, right? Keep going. The set screw forward.
Right, so you want to stop with your set screw facing towards the front of your scooter, the front wheel. Hopefully don't get epoxy on you like I just did. It's actually a little bit better to use the little tool to scrape it off of here. The cloth will just smear it. Clean it up as best you can. Okay, and then you're just gonna let that set with the clamp in the open position. Go ahead and loosen it up. You don't want that bushing to be warped in any way by having the clamp being shut. Keep that open. All right, and that is how you replace the bushing in the TravelScoot Deluxe. As always, thanks for watching and happy scooting.